So I kind of noticed when I would untie Zorro from the tie wall, which is right here behind me, he would pin his ears back in. He's been doing that for a while. Maybe soon after I put it up, he started doing it. I'm not sure timeline, but it's been a long time. And so I would kind of back him up and say, hey, make a nice face. And then I would untie him when he made a nice face, but he would pin his ears again and just always so kind of cranky looking. And so one day I decided, well, I'm not going to tie him at the tie wall today. I'm going to tie him to my shed. So this is the part where the door handle goes through and latches. This thing, and it's sturdy. This thing is bolted in there. It's sturdy. So I tied him here. I just thought, well, maybe a change of scenery. I don't know why he was so cranky. And I did notice he was never like that in the horse trailer. If I tie him to the outside of the horse trailer, he was never like that, only on the tie wall. So I hitched him here. I did everything the same as I do on the tie wall here at the door for a couple weeks, and he never acted cranky. And then I thought I had these were on the tie wall, the tie rings. These were bolted on, or screwed onto the tie wall, and this is what I would tie and untie. So it would make that jangly sound when I would reach up to untie it. And unless I held on to it, when I pulled the rope out, it would make this sound. And this, of course, doesn't do that. And I thought, oh, I wonder if he really is irritated or if it hurts his ears or something, that sound. So the other day we went to the hardware store and bought these handles and screwed them to the tie wall, one on each side. And ever since I did that, when I untie him, he's happy. Ears forward, no pinning of his ears at all, just happy to do the next thing. So sometimes it's up to us to think outside the box, and it's not always a bad attitude or him being a jerk, or it's just not always a negative, like they are angry with us or any of that. It's usually and almost always environmentally there's something annoying or hurting their ears, or so sometimes, being that we're the humans, it's up to us to think outside the box and do what we can to look around and see what can we change and what maybe would bother me. Sometimes that's what I think. So a couple of my gates out here, when the wind would blow, would swing and rattle the chains. I noticed that because the wind blows every day, but I noticed that a lot this winter. And so I tightened up a few of my latches that they're just ropes that go around the gate and then latch back to the fence. So I twisted them up and made them a little bit shorter so that the gate can't swing. It's nice and snug. So it's not banging all the time. And another way that I think about what they are experiencing and then I go test it out is my horse trailer. So in the spring, my husband pulls me around on our dirt gravel roads, and they're so bad right now. It's not worth doing it right now because it's going to sound really bad. But and then I go through and I shim up any place in the trailer that was extremely rattly. But that is another way that I put myself in their shoes and try to make it better for them. So hopefully this little tip helps.